I just had the opportunity to buy over $50,000 worth of Pokemon product, but I got too nervous and scared. So that's the story I want to talk to you all about today in our episode. All right, nerds, welcome back to our channel, Cardboard Nerd. I'm Kirk, and in these episodes, I'm covering what we're buying, what we're listing and selling. We currently list singles on TCG Player and eBay, and then we have sealed product that we're listing on our website, cardboardnerd.com. And I want to announce that if you sign up for our newsletter, we're going to drop a special sale of 10% off all the product on the website if you sign up, and it should be good through July 4th. So go sign up and get that coupon emailed directly to you. All right, so I said, I had an opportunity to buy over $50,000 worth of product. And this opportunity came knocking, and I hated the fact that I couldn't jump on the opportunity. When opportunity knocks, you jump on it, right? Well, I was almost losing sleep. I was literally sick to my stomach because with the opportunity, it was so much product. I'd probably be done sourcing for the whole year, right? I could reduce a bunch of time and effort in trying to find a buyer, trying to get product, and it was a lot of great stuff. First partner boxes, Charizard UPCs, I think it was like over 20 Charizard UPCs. There was Ascended Heroes, and just a bunch of other stuff, plus slabs. The thing is, I don't want slabs. That's just a whole nother area of the Pokemon community that I really don't know much about, so I wasn't really ready to go there, but I couldn't talk them out of, cutting up the offer. And the guy wanted to sell it to me for about 83% of market. So a great opportunity, right? Well, why did I chicken out? One is those around me, it's hard to convince them to take $50,000 and then park it somewhere and just hope that you're gonna sell the product, right? Those of us that know about the TCG and Pokemon hype right now, we know it is easy to flip a lot of the product and make a profit, and the profits seem to be increasing every week. But when you have to convince someone else that doesn't know anything about the current market state, it's a lot harder, right? So getting that feedback, you want people that depend on you or that you support to feel comfortable with your decisions, right? So we're walking through all that. Meanwhile, the seller is like, hey, if we don't make a decision, I'm going on to the next person, which doesn't feel right. I mean, in the old days, you'd sleep on these ideas, right? You'd have an offer and you'd say, let me sleep on it, let me think about it. But now with how quick everything's moving and there's always another buyer, I didn't really have that opportunity too. So that was stressing me out. And then again, I was thinking like lost opportunity, right? But there was a bunch of other work, right? If I did get the product, I need a new storage facility or a larger storage facility, which incurs more cost. I was taking on sealed slabs that I just did not want to have to go through learning how to either flip that myself or liquidate that through those people that the name escapes me, but like on eBay that will give you a high percentage fee. There was a lot of stuff. It was like sorry, I'm all over the place, but there was the Pikachu Van Gogh card that was, they're all PSA 10s. So like cards that were well worth over $1,000 that I know would have, high return if I did have someone else, a third party, sell those for me. But yeah, it was, where would I store it? How would I get the money? They wanted cash. How would I get that cash to them? I'm funneling everything through my business, right? I pay taxes, I charge taxes. I really don't know how to do the handling to wash things or whatnot. Anyway, so the other the seller, it just wasn't adding up. So I, did get a couple days to think about it. Couldn't get them to sell me just some of the things that I did want. They did sell it immediately, basically an hour after I told them I was going to pass on it. And I think, if opportunity does come, hopefully it'll come again, right? And then reality is, I'm not ready. Our website is not ready to start selling $50,000 worth of product. I'd probably be sitting on that for a while. So that's one thing that I've been learning with the website is, just because you build it doesn't mean people are going to come. I do have a lot of good metrics showing through just organic traffic through our social media and some light advertising that I've been spending. And we are getting people to a website, but it's not as fast as I need it to be to sell through $50,000 worth of product. So that's basically the gist, is like really accepting, like, am I at the stage where I can spend that amount of money and go through, selling it fast. The margins are so small in a lot of the product that we're buying that I need to churn through that product fairly fast to be able to keep up with, one, the releases that are coming out, as well as other opportunities that will arise. And $50,000 would just tie up a lot. So that was it. I don't know. You can tell me in the comments, was I a fool? Should I have jumped on it? Or, I tried to like parlay and help the seller and find a buyer for him, because we do have some people in the community that we could reach out to, but he was well connected as well. So I don't think I burnt any bridges, but I definitely feel like I did miss a huge opportunity, and we're just gonna have to look past it, right? Focus on the future, focus what we can control. So that's it, is now I got to turn my back on that opportunity, just focus what's under my control, and that's focusing on the website. And the main objective right now is getting traffic to the website. So, if you're thinking about yourself setting up a new website or just getting into selling Pokemon, there's just so many stages, right? It's getting the product's one thing, then it's finding the buyer, right? And I know people will say it's easy, you just post on Facebook. That's not the route I'm going, right? I'm trying to make it a sustainable business, a brand that I'm trying to create here through Cardboard Nerd, and also get to a stage where I'm able to remove myself from parts of the business, which is a long ways out. But with Facebook and like a lot of the other ways people are selling, is they're spending a lot of time like hunting product and then going and meeting people face to face in person, which is not always the safest thing either. So there's just aspects of that way of selling, or flipping, as people might say, that I'm not trying to partake in. I'm trying this other route, which is a little more slow and steady. So again, leave a comment. Let me know if you've had a big opportunity that you've had to pass up, and I'm assuming life went on, but hopefully it won't chew at me very much in the future. So for the rest of the video with these, I'm going to show you now what we've bought, what we listed, and what we recently sold. All right, this is going to be kind of a long cut because I have a bunch of sealed that I'm selling. Both of these are sealed Starbirth sets from Japanese. Sword and Shield. There's Arceus on the front, Arceus. And I love Japanese. You can see here, they show the artwork on the box really well, even on the sides here. Yep, I think better than English ETBs, but I'm selling these for $150 each on TCG Player. And then I posted the Celebrations ETB for $309 on eBay. All right, and then this Champions Path ETB, sealed, of course. This is what you get inside the ETB. I don't know if it's all Champions Path or some Sword and Shield in the background. I can't tell. I've never opened one of these. Has the Charizard. Cool box. I listed this for, I think, $150, $180. And last but not least, the ETB that I do want to save, but it's finally time to get rid of it, is the Hidden Fates ETB. This thing was really mint. You can see what's inside there, all the Hidden Fates packs, but you get the stained glass birds. I put this one up at $550 because it is my favorite ETB. I say it time and time again. Looks like Dungeons & Dragons vibes. So yeah, I'd like to keep it, but time to go. Hopefully these will all find a new home soon. All right, we sold these two Diabolic Tutors for $1.25 each. Near mint. And I think, what is this from? 10th edition. So shipping these out. They look a little scary. All right, I thought about stopping showing cards they're selling for under 50 cents, but I thought this order was kind of fun. This is a Paldean Fates Gengar, number 57, sold for 37 cents each, but here's, count how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we sold this Kangaskhan promo from Destin Rivals for $2.69 on eBay. All right, check this out. This is a, Magnum card that from League and Championship. I marked this one
moderately played, because there's definitely like whitening pretty much around the whole thing. But I thought it was pretty good. The surface isn't too scratched. $5.24. I priced it that way because they also get free shipping, so I think they save a little. But yeah, hopefully this goes off to a nice buyer. Hard to get this in frame, but I just sold this Celebrations ETB for $309 on eBay. Sealed. It has a very tiny tear. Can you see that there? I did disclose that in the photo, but even with these little slip covers, these things slide around a little bit, so got this weird padding at the top just to keep it secure in shipping. All right. Oh, I do think that these people are shipping to another country. There's an address in the state and city that I'm shipping to where they added kind of this like hash code in the address, which I think they use to know who to forward it to, but would like it to go directly to the buyer, but maybe, you know, it's smart that they're picking up here in the US and shipping probably to another country. Anyway, this is what was inside these ETBs. If you weren't around when these were released, it's all Celebrations packs, and you also get some Sword and Shield, Chilling Reign, and Darkness Ablaze. I don't think there's Evolving Skies, unfortunately. I think it's 2 Darkness Ablaze, a Vivid Voltage. What is that? Chilling Reign. Oh, but you do get the promo. So yeah, all in all, actually, now that I look at this, I think these should be worth more. All right, we just made the sale of this Amistar for $2.56. Separate buyer here is Rocket's Zapdos 25th celebration. Look at that gleam. I love this card. $4.43. Near mint on both of these. Funny that 2 Sword and Shield are sold when people are saying Sword and Shield is a set that no one cares about, or at least the block. But here we are, selling the only 2 cards today from Sword and Shield. All right, we just sold this Darkrai V-Star from Astral Radiance, near mint, $1.60, and this, how do you say it, Cramorant, for $4.49. This one's Twilight Masquerade. It's an illustration rare. Both of these near mint, if I didn't mention that. All right, well, thanks everybody. Again, this is Kirk with Cardboard Nerd at cardboardnerd.com. Please go check out the website, sign up for our newsletter, because I did say that we're gonna run a new sale for 4th of July, 10% off everything in the store. So with that coupon, we should be somewhere around 20% off TCG pricing, maybe even lower if you're out of our state. We don't currently charge taxes outside of California because we don't have Nexus in a lot of states. So I think it's a really good deal. It's a good summer sale, good time of the year to celebrate 4th of July itself, as well as get a good deal on Pokemon. So if you like the video, please give a like and subscribe, and then leave a hashtag if you've waited through the whole video. Let me know, which type of energy are you? If you were a Pokemon yourself, what energy type would you be? So do hashtag, energy type. All right, we will see you in the next video of Buy, List, Sell. Peace.